Welcome to math class on Monday. Good to see you. We're starting a brand new concept, multiplying by threes using skip counting. You probably remember, and I hope you read your assignment sheet before you did your math timing today, because on your math timing sheets this week, you are practicing your times twos, which is a review. And if you were to skip count your twos, it would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Now, if you want to know what 4 times 2 is, you go 2, 4, 6, 8. You get to 4 and you've got your answer, 8. 2 times 6 would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you're using your skip counting for your math facts timing today and all week. And we're going to be reviewing. If you'll turn to page 160, we just reviewed our times twos, but previously we also did our times fives. We counted by fives, and we can use our skip counting for that too. So let's look on page 160, and you will see the skip counting by twos and fives and tens to practice. Let's count by fives all the way to 50. Ready, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Nice. Now let's count by tens. So you're doing times 10. 10, counting up to 100. Ready, go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Very good. We're going to use that exact same concept to show our times threes. If you'll stay there on page 160, the second box you see there, when we're multiplying, it's the faster way to add the same number over and over again. Notice if you have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, well, you're adding twos how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So you have 5 sets of twos. So 5 groups of 2 gives you 10. You could also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 groups of 5 you're adding together. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is the same as 4 groups of 5, or adding 4 times 5. You get 20. Here, we've done this before, 10 plus 10 plus 10. You could just know that that's 30, or you could use it as a multiplication problem and solve it faster. 3 groups of 10, or 3 tens is 30. 3 times 10 is 30. You can rewrite them pretty simply. 4 twos is the same as 4 groups of 2. If you have 3 fives in a row, you have 3 groups of 5. If you have 2 sets of 10, or 2 tens, you would have 2 groups of 10. These are the same way to say the same thing, different ways, to say the same thing. You're all working together. You can also skip count for this. 5 times 2, you would go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You would do that 5 times. 1 bounce, 2, 3, 4, 5 bounces gets you to the answer 10. All right, we're going to use this same kind of concept. Please turn with me to page 166 in your book. You can skip count. Once you get to 166, or while you're getting there, let's sing our song, our 3's song. Okay, it's to 3, 6, 9, sorry, I couldn't think of the tune. Ready, go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27, 30, we're all done. Now do the same song, and as you say each number, I want you to put your fingers up. Ready, go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27, 30, we're all done. Nice. You can use that song to count by threes. If you want to know what 3 times 3 is, well, sing your song. 3, 6, 9. The answer is 9. Use your fingers and your song to get to 5 times 3, 5 groups of 3. Well, let's count by threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. What if I want to know what 8 groups of 3 are? 8 times 3. Well, let's count with our song. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So 8 times 3 would be 24. Do you see how you can use your song to solve the problems? Because you're just adding 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 a certain number of times. And you have a song that helps you glue that in your brain. So let's take a look at page 166. You're seeing that if you had pictures to look at, it would also be fun. You can count how many marbles are in the bag. You're not going to be given as many pictures this time. but you could always draw them. If you were given a word problem and you didn't know what was going on, draw the picture, draw the groups of 3. How many marbles are in 10 bags in this picture right here? Well, we have 10 bags and each bag has how many in it? Well, 3. So we can count 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27, 30. Now you already know that 3 times 10 is 30 because you learned your times 10s. But now you can prove it by counting by 3s or by 10s. Ha! You've got fancy things in your pocket now, including maybe some marbles. All right, if we move on to page 167, I want to show you something very important on number 1 at the bottom of the guided practice right here. You see this part right here? I want you to look right there. A sticker album has 8 pages. There are 3 stickers on each page. How many stickers are there in all? What is a key word that you notice in that problem that tells you that you're doing equal groups? Each one. Especially if you see this word in any word problem, you know if something's happening to each thing, then you're working in equal groups because everybody has the same thing. This has a sticker album, has 8 pages, and there are 3 stickers on each page. Each page. Okay, that's the key word. And then it's how many are there in all, so that you know you have each and you're going up. If you're going up, you're either adding 3 each time, or you can go up faster by multiplying by 3. Okay, so each and in all tells you that you are multiplying. Okay, so what would our problem be here then on page 167? If there are 8 pages and there are 3 stickers on each page, what would your problem be? Write it down. All right, it would be 8 groups of 3, or 8 times 3. You have 8 pages, 3 on each page. Well, what is 8 times 3? Well, I don't know, but I have my fingers to help me. I want to get to 8, and I'm going to count by 3's. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. 24. 24 stickers in the entire album. We're going to zoom ahead to Let's Practice on page 169. You should have been given by your mom a printout of that page. If for some reason you don't have the ability to print out the Let's Practice page, and these 2 pages have been offered to you on the Teams file page for you to print. If you don't have that opportunity, that's fine. I need you to get out a blank piece of paper so that you can write number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, so you can solve these with us. Or you can print out the page and write on the actual page that I gave you. Your choice. As long as I can see that you're doing the work, I don't mind. Let's look at page 169, using skip counting to find the missing numbers. Our first one we have there is number 1, which is 4 times 3. 4 times 3. Well, you can use the little skip counting up at the top there to look at it. But let's say you just have your fingers. So let's count. We're going to go all the way up. We need 4 groups of 3. So we're going to put our fingers at 4. We're going to count by 3's. Go. 3, 6, 9, 12. So what's your answer? 4 times 3 is 12. Very nice. All right, let's look at number 2. 10 times 3. Can you write that one down for me? Oh, you already know that one. 10 times 3 is 30. Let's prove it 2 different ways. Let's prove it by counting by 10s. What did we have? They did it 10 times 3. You said was 30. Very good. But let's prove it by 10s. Ready to go? 10, 20, 30. We did 3 groups of 10. Well, this says we're going to do 10 groups of 3. So let's do 10 groups of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27, 30. We're all done. Proved it both ways. Nice job. Moving on to number 3. If you have 6 groups of 3, that's the same as saying, write it now like a mathematician with only symbols. You have 6 groups of 3, which would equal What is 6 times 3, or 6 groups of 3? Well, let's try it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 18. Do you see how you're using your skip counting to find the answers? Pretty fun. Well, let's look at number 4 then. Make sure you have that written down. Number 4, they say, is 7 groups of 3. Well, how would we write that as a mathematical sentence? What do we change groups of to? Well, this is the symbol for groups of. So we have 7 groups of 3, or 7 times 3. So let's try it. Get our 7 out. Ready, go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So that one equals 21. Yeah, you're getting the hang of this? It's kind of fun. You know more things than you thought you did just by singing songs. Math is fun. You can do it that way. Let's look at number 5. 2 times 3. You try to figure it out. Write it down before I can get it up on the board and you can check with me. 2 times 3, number 5. I hope you got 6. But now I want you to see that you can check it 2 different ways, because you know how to count by 3's. 3, 6. You also know how to count by 2's. 2, 4, 6. 2 groups of 3, or 3 groups of 2. It's the same thing. 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 2 is 6. Excellent. Fact family. You're going to talk about that in a couple of days. We're going to do some fun games with that later on. Now, number 6, you have 9 times 3. Ooh, I want you to do your skip counting and see if you can figure out. What'd you get? Did you get that? Let's prove it. 3, 6, let's do 9. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. That was 9 times 3. All right, do 8 times 3, number 7. Do it yourself. Put your answer down. $24. Number 8, I want you to do by yourself. 3 times 3. I'm not going to tell you the answer, but you're going to have to write it down. Find it with your skip counting. Number 7, I want you to circle some keywords with me, please. There are 7 children in a painting class. Read it with me. Each child has 3 paintbrushes. How many paintbrushes are there in all? I want you to circle the very, very famous word that tells you that you have equal groups. Circle that word, please. You should have this word circled. Each. And then you should have in all circled, because then you know you are multiplying, because you have equal groups that are getting bigger. Now use the numbers in your problem there to create a number sentence. You have 7 children and you have 3, your numbers are 7 and 3, and you know you've got equal groups. So what's that going to look like? It's not 7 plus 3, because you got equal groups. So what's it going to be? 7 times 3. And then I want you to give me the answer and write it down. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You now have a game to play. Ooh, aren't games fun? I do love math games. This is a math game here on page 168 that I gave you a printout to copy. If you would like to print that out, great. I want you to solve the problems here. So if you look in the center circle, you're going to do 3 times 1, and you're going to put your answer right there. That's going to be the number 3. Obviously, 3 times 1 is 3, one group of 3. And so that number 3, the answer, correlates to the letter T. So you're going to find all these answers, and then you're going to figure out which letter goes in these. These are the answers that you get at the bottom. If you don't understand by reading the entire page, then call me, but I think you'll understand. And then this is going to be the answer to this riddle right here. Ooh, it's riddle week. I have a master riddle for you this week, and the math book has some riddles for you, and Mrs. Thayer will have riddles for you, and later we'll have more math riddles. Lots of crazy fun riddles this week. It must be riddle week. Do all of that, take some pictures, give it to me so I can appreciate all of your hard work, and have fun counting by threes. Bye.